Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. That villain transformation, like Nick pointed out last episode, was the shit. That was amazing. That was holy crap. And also, Deku kind of going Super Saiyan God there. You know, going God level Super Saiyan on this guy and just
freaking out.
Kicking the shit out this dude. Like, holy mackerel.
Like, that was pretty awesome. And it's like they can't abuse it because you can't really use Ares' power like that just indiscriminately. But, man,
No.
It was cool.
Yes, it was. And now I get the feeling we're going to get the repercussions of Ares' power and see just how bad it's going to be for Deku.
If she can't turn it off, then they're going to have to figure something out quick.
Somebody go save Aizawa real quick.
Yes, that's it. They need to find Aizawa, and they need to
Give him the
red
Unless
eye.
it's just as simple as, like, you know, him putting her down after everything's safe. Like, I don't know.
Well, if she can't control it, whatever she's touching, so she's connected to the ground, I mean...
So is she making the Earth go backwards?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how widespread it is. It might be localized, but I mean, she could, like, you know, who knows? Like, all the, you know, the grading for the city block might, I don't know. I mean, who knows?
I just want to see what's going to happen in this episode, so I'm starting it up. Let's just go. Here we go.
It's good, like, judo throw a 5-story monster.
Still fighting. Can't be. There's no way you're losing, is there? I've watched you ever since you were young. You've always put a tremendous amount of effort into preserving the dignity of this organization. If you fail today, then I'll take the finished drug along with the serum and see your plan through. And for you, Kai!
You're Corona, right? I know how your power works. Don't even
Hey,
try to
Tamaki.
use it. Take him. Don't move! Resistance is
Swordfish
useless.
hand.
Harry, are you hurt?
Oh, no!
Your quirk is getting stronger!
I see. So you got into a fight because someone called us villains? The Yakuza can't retaliate against civilians. What you did was wrong. Though I know you were trying to protect our honor. And I appreciate that, Chisaki.
Oh, God.
I always have to get my hands dirty because of your selfishness. Every action you take results in people dying. You're a cursed human.
I'm sorry, Midoriya.
Ah, okay.
Figured he'd stop it.
Thank goodness.
The League of Villains may still be nearby. Search for them.
Yes, ma'am.
Like right there. Get him.
They're just peacing out.
She got a fever after she passed out.
She's safe. She just needs a hospital.
Oh, no.
Sir! Can you hear me? There's something I've been meaning to tell you.
Let me go to the hospital, damn it. Son of a bitch, let me go to the hospital.
This is not the time,
It's
dude.
not the time, man. I got a freaking stalagmite through my stomach.
Yeah.
This shit sucks.
Every second probably counts at this point for him.
He's like, I can see into the future. I'm gonna fucking die if you don't let me leave.
I'm gonna kick your ass if I do live.
Meanwhile, Bubble
Man.
Girl's off to the side. She's just like, please die. I don't want to be tickled anymore. Please die. God.
Oh, man.
All right. Sorry.
Somehow he made my wish into a reality. Midoriya, you twisted the future. You did the impossible.
He told me he couldn't face you, but you have to see him again. I know he wants that. So you have to pull through.
Many people were hurt today. So this isn't really the time to celebrate. But thanks for all you did.
And with that, the battle to save a single girl finally came to an end.
Well, when you put it like that, I mean, honestly, though, that's
Kind of makes it sound underwhelming, actually.
yeah.
In shogi, the point is to take out the king, right? It's not exactly that simple.
Indeed, they're here just as you said. This was the fastest route from the Yakuza headquarters to the nearest villain hospital.
We couldn't get the girl at the center of their plan, but we're pretty sure you'll have no problem intercepting the finished product.
Let's go. What is this?
Not so fast! You may be able to disintegrate whatever you touch, but that won't work against sand!
Shigaraki is only a misdirection. A little sleight of hand, if you will. Now, watch carefully as the police car flies to the air. No trickery or wires involved.
Are you alright?
So predictable. Heroes always prioritize innocent lives.
Have you ever thought about the families of those you murdered in cold blood?
Got compressed.
Dang it.
That got pretty intense. But sand doesn't burn, does it?
Tell me again who the next leader is gonna be.
Did you come to kill me?
I thought of something you'll hate even more than that. You're too full of yourself.
Oh.
For the arm.
2 little boxes. Which one holds the finished product? I'll just take both. Someone so obsessed with erasing quirks shouldn't have one of their own. Don't you agree?
Oh. They took away his quirk. That's
Just
cold.
like that, you're helpless. A weak, quirkless loser. And all the fruits of your labors belong to me.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah. Okay, Tomoru. Okay, Shigaraki just stepped up.
I mean, well, he knows how to step on people. We know that.
Oh yeah.
After he sent the giant cheese sticky flying, he made sure to slam him back down near that big hole. He thought strategically to minimize the damage. That's tough when the villain's so big.
If you can dodge a poster, you can dodge
Did a
casualties.
thorough examination, but other than your arm, there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Kirishima's covered with bruises and lacerations.
Fitting.
Amajiki cracked a bone in his face, and he has some other minor injuries. Fat Gum has a few broken bones too, but he seems mostly fine otherwise. Luckily, the blade that stabbed Rocklock didn't hit any vital organs. Still feverish and sleeping fitfully. She's being quarantined for now.
If you hadn't been there to make her stop, I'm not sure what would have happened.
Teaching her control will be especially hard since her quirk only seems to work on people.
All Might!
Hey.
And you're here, recovery girl?
Yeah, I think this Night Eye's not gonna make
so
it.
like to come because Sir always admired him so much.
To be honest, it's a miracle he survived this long.
My healing can't help him either. He's too far gone for me to save.
But you should prepare yourselves. I don't think he'll live to see tomorrow.
You feel like talking now that I'm on my deathbed.
I don't know what to say. I was wrong. I pushed you away, and now
Night-Eye! Hang in there! Please, you have to live!
But I didn't resent you for what happened between us. And if you've decided to fight fate, then
You should be fighting it too. Please give me a chance to make up for what I've done.
There's nothing to make up for. Midoriya succeeded where I failed. I believe it might have to do with the energy contained in thoughts. The power of a vision so strong it leaves no room for doubt. Everyone there truly believed that what they were fighting for could come to pass. Maybe what we saw today was was the result of that energy converging on Midoriya and being released. You've shown me the future isn't set in stone, and that's enough for me. I only have one regret left.
Sir! Toya, don't give up. You were always there, teaching me and showing me how to be strong. Everything I am now is because of you. Don't you see? I'm not ready. Please don't leave me.
Muriel, forgive me. You became my pride and joy. One last time, let me see. You'll be okay. You're going to become the finest hero the world's ever seen. Without joy and laughter to balance the sorrow, this world cannot hope to have a bright future.
Damn.
That sucks.
Damn, dude. Talking about a friggin' bummer, dude. Shit. So, I'm... That's gonna be a bitter pill to swallow. But at least he looked into Mirio's future and saw something good. Maybe Mirio gets his power back. I mean, there is the avenue for him to get it back because they have the one that takes away powers, and then the blue one, I would assume, is the one that gives them back. So I would say probably that's what's going to happen with Mirio. Either that or he'll figure out I don't know if Eri will be able to give them back. Maybe
I mean, if
will.
she could learn to control that, man, she would be pretty scary to deal with. Especially if it's like her body can do it as a reflex. So, I mean...
Yeah. I mean, if it's something that touches her instantly, then all of a sudden... For instance, say anything that gets within like a certain vicinity of her, say it's like a bullet. Someone shoots a bullet at her, and by reflex, her body naturally just fights it off, and it just turns that bullet into dust.
Oh, I mean, I was just thinking, like, if somebody shot her, but then it's like the wound, like her body just reset itself, so it's like,
deal.
you know.
Same deal. So, yeah. I'm just... That was a heavy episode, man, because...
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, everyone has to die. And you got to think that Night Eye lived most of the end of his life in fear of what he saw. I mean, and even almost it seemed like he regretted even having his foresight, you know, because he lived in fear of what he saw. And now he's seen that it can be changed and has changed. So, I mean.
And now he's like, more hopeful.
I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur, and the main plot of that is that your character died and then was brought back in an experiment and is one of the only... Well, or the only one that actually ever succeeded. So, come to find out, their fate ended when they died, and so now that they've been brought back, they have no fate, and so they can do whatever they want and mold the future as they want. And like, there's a dude called a Fate Weaver that's like, you know, comes into contact, and he's the one freaking out because he's like, you just don't have a fate. Like that's not how it works. Like, you know, and. Then he actually sees the part. He's like, "Oh God, I've seen this." So he's like, "I'm sorry, this is as far as I can take you." But then you kill the thing that he thinks is about to kill him, and then he's like, "You just changed the future." And like, he's like, "What the fuck?" And then
just like, look,
it's like
look at me.
The whole time, like
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, basically. And you get to like a bar, and like he's telling her, like, he's like, this is going to happen apparently now. And she's like, well, last time you said it was this. And she's like, you're cut off. And he's like, damn it, I can't even pay my tab now thanks to you. And like, he's like, I always thought this was like a curse, like, you know, having this, but now you've shown me that it didn't matter the whole time, and I've been looking at it the wrong way. It's like, screw it, let's change the future. Like,
damn.
Yeah, he like considered it a curse because he's like, that's why I was always drinking, is because I saw my own death, and I knew I wasn't gonna die as a hero. I was gonna die in a stew that an Etten made out of me. Like, so he's like, but then you killed the Etten, so there we go.
I guess nothing is certain.
Yep.
Nothing. Yeah, that's one thing about constant weaving futures. Like Like that one episode of Rick and Morty with the snakes, where the snakes pretty much like time traveled themselves into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's like you send back Snake Guy to save Snake Abraham Lincoln. Snake Abraham Lincoln is saved, but then you come back and it's Snake and all of a sudden everybody's Snake Nazis. It's like, how the hell did that happen? Doesn't matter. You got to go back and you got to put things back the way they were. Yeah. So, oh gosh. When you get into time travel and fate and just like changing the future, changing the past, and all that, it can get a bit dicey in terms of storytelling. But yeah, with what we experience here, I mean, Night Eye pretty much seeing Miria's future. I mean, I think he sees now that he knows that the future can be changed, he sees a potential future for Mirio, and it's a good one. So, if anything, I think we can take that away from his passing, because it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I keep seeing you over there playing Kingdom of Amalur, and I keep wondering to myself, would I be able to get into this? I mean,
it's a really fun game.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say it is. I mean, when it came out originally, a lot of people were just like taken aback by it, just like how good it was for a first-time studio.
Like playing it again, I'm just like, yeah, there have been like more recent games that I feel like have actually done like their combat systems and stuff even better. Because like when it came out, I was like, oh, this combat system's awesome. But now that I'm playing it, I'm just like, it's not as good as I remember, but it's still all right.
Yeah.
It's mainly the problem with it is that there are certain things you can do that are just meta compared to other things. So even though there's a lot of options, usually like using a certain combo repeatedly will win the fight faster and leave you less likely to die. And with there being no style meter like in Devil May Cry, you're not really given any incentive to use other combos.
Yeah.
So, but it's still pretty fun. Like it's fun in how you can build your character and stuff, and it's interesting that they have the fate system, because that's the whole theme that they keep drilling into you, that it actually probably takes you like I'm just now like remembering again. I'm like, oh yeah, like the whole time I've been thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play through as a mage, and then I was like, the point of the game is you can do what you want. You can actually rewrite your fate at any time and change classes essentially. I was like, yeah, I'm playing a mage, but I was like, I need to start like a rogue character at some point so I can go do like the whole rogue guild thing, because I don't have stealth up. And I was like, wait a second. You can literally just respec yourself into a rogue and go do that.
Yes.
It's like, that's what's pretty cool about it.
It's like, change my fate.
Even though like my mage combos and stuff are getting kind of boring, like I'm kind of like thinking, I'm going to start collecting some rogue gear. And once I get a set of rogue gear, I think I'm going to respec as a rogue and just not have to remake my character and start all over again,
Yeah.
So
that sounds good to me.
That's a pretty cool thing about it. Honestly, like you could start the game as a mage and end the game as like a beefy ass warrior. At a point, like if you start putting points into multiples, you can actually like dual spec them too. So you can have like a spell sword or a shadow dancer or whatever kind of combinations of those that you would call them.
All right. I mean, damn. The thing about that game is that just there's so much in it. There's so much in it and so much stuff for you to do.
Now that I've gotten a little bit further and seen some of the main story, I like really think the story is the strong point too. Because I mean, I knew the whole time like it's written by R.A. Salvatore. So,
yeah.
Like he is pretty well renowned for writing really good dark fantasy shit. So
yeah, he's
kind
of put D&D's Forgotten Realms on the map in novelization.
Especially with like Drists and stuff.
Yeah, I really need to give it a shot. See how I feel about it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move on from here. This was a hell of an episode. Rest in peace, Night Eye. It was fun knowing you. I'm sure Bubble Girl is going to miss your tickling sessions, or not. I mean, yeah, but again, I guess we will see you all in the next one. So until then.
Oh yeah, I wonder what the ramifications of that is. Like, she's not a sidekick anymore now. So does that make her?
Maybe that makes her the new head.
Like, eligible to be a pro hero now, or does she have to go be somebody else's sidekick?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what the repercussions of Night Eye's passing is. I mean, And also, I'm wondering how Ares going to fit into this whole thing now. I don't know what's going to happen. There's so much to think about.
There's going to be a spin-off series where she joins UA.
Actually, there is a spin-off series that people have told us to check out in some way. I don't know if it's actually official or anything like that. But, yeah.
Probably only in a manga so far, if I had to guess.
Probably. But, all right.
So I've not heard about them making it into a show yet.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you all enjoyed. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I am Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.